There are untold stories of the children of Soweto. We are very grateful for the movie Sarafina. It helped the world to know what was happening in the country. Now, there was absolutely no way that one movie could capture everything that was happening, especially considering that there was life between um, between that time up until 1994 Freedom Day. Before then, there was life, and a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened. And I feel that so much of our experiences remain untold. And it would be nice if there could be a follow up movie on Sarafina, or a well, or just a well put documentary about the experiences of the people of Mzansi, because Sarafina didn't capture everything. And someone might say, like, what how was I affected? I was in lower primary school when I had experiences. My first my first experience, I would say it was in Soweto. There's just most of my experiences were in Soweto. I was born in Soweto. So things like tear gas, I experienced tear gas when I was 7. Um yeah, and I remember that day we were actually in school uniform, and I was saved by another 7-year-old. Her name was Matidi, so that was my friend. So when we speak about apartheid and all of that, people think it's something that happened like very many decades ago. No, the children of Soweto have grown. We are here, and our stories remain untold. And unfortunately, some are no longer with us. And we don't want to die with our experiences. We want people to know what happened in the country. We want children who are born after us, to know what happened. It is a part of our history. We want our stories to be told. The children of Soweto have grown now. And upon leaving Soweto, many of us left Soweto for the East Rand. So a lot of people were in Togoza, Spraidview, and Vosloorus. That's how a lot of actually that was like an influx of people from Soweto moving into those three regions and spread. So even arriving in Vosloorus, like, we didn't arrive when things had already completely calmed down. So I also have my own experiences too that happened there. So there's a different way in which you look at life when all this happened. It's like, imagine apartheid through the eyes of a child, the violence through the eyes of a child. So the violence and all that we saw happening around us, these, like, look, there are experiences that were engraved in our spirits, and there are things we just can't forget. And all we ask is that our stories be told. I came across a video of this man who was recording with his daughter, and he was telling her his experiences, and she was shocked. And I thought how sad it is that she doesn't know and her mates don't know, and yet it's part of our history. Why is it not in a movie? Why is it not in a documentary? Why is there no follow up movie on Sarafina? Why is there no documentary that followed Sarafina? Like, the children of Soweto have grown and the children of Zanzi have grown, yet our stories remain untold. Our stories remain untold. I also came across Trevor Noah when he was interviewed, and to speak about his experiences as a mixed child, mixed race child. And I heard the pain in his voice, and I saw the pain in his eyes as well when he started to speak about his experiences. And I realized that, as much as we are trying to build our country, you know, let us try to do everything right and build things properly on the right foundation. Let let the let the children speak. Let the children be heard so the children can heal. South Africans are very forgiving, very tolerant. So, I just feel that it would just be good for this to be told. It's not like such a thing would invoke anger or anything, you know, but people would love to have their stories told. So it just so happened that I was just coming across these videos and I was already thinking that I would love to record a video. And although I have a lot of experiences, I think the reason I have a lot of experiences to share is because I was in Soweto. Like I was literally in the heart of it. And many people, their goal was to leave. We couldn't wait to leave Soweto. Like people just wanted to leave it behind and to forget. So our parents took us, moving us, but experiences are still in us. The memories, we still remember. We still remember. And children who are in places like Soweto and other places which experience the brunt of it have quite a lot of stories to tell. So I just wanted to just say that truly there must be a movie producer or director who has an interest in at least producing the follow-up on the movie Sarafina, or someone who would make a full documentary to document the experiences of the people of South Africa. I long for a time when children of different races in South Africa can be able to sit at a table and discuss apartheid, so that the children, I actually am interested to know, when all this was happening, like how was life through the eyes of a Caucasian child? How did they view the world as the violence and everything that was happening, or were they completely shielded? Like what was their take on this? How did they view the world? How beautiful it would be to have such talks when there's no hostility, no blaming, because they are not the ones who invoked all this. They were kids themselves. How beautiful would it be to just sit and have discussions, non-judgmental discussions, and to let each child speak through the to let each person speak through the child they were. I don't know if I'm making sense. So that we can all just be able to share in our experiences. And I also look forward to our schools teaching more of our history. History is important to take a note of so that mistakes are not repeated. For history repeats itself until we finally learn. So this is just my 2 cents on the matter. God bless.